Hey YouTube, welcome back to our Candles Cartel YouTube channel. Today I'll be showing you guys how we make our birthday cake candles. Starting off with the materials that I use Mod Podge to help the sprinkles adhere to the jar. I apply it with this sponge brush, and these are the sprinkles that I use. Next, I'm going to go in with my double wooden wicks. For 16-ounce jars, I like to double up on the wicks just to make sure that it has an even burn. And then I'm going to go ahead and start applying the Mod Podge. You can definitely just apply your wick tab at the bottom and then remove your wooden wick, but this is how I do it. It is an alternative. And this is what the Mod Podge looks like, just a glue-like consistency. And I'm going to go ahead and apply a thick coat evenly throughout the jar. Just like kind of painting motions, I like to go upward and try to stay going the same direction. That way when it dries, there is no streaks, because I have done this where I haven't went in the same direction. I kind of just went everywhere, and you can see it, not very much, but you can still see it when it dries. So try to keep going in the same direction. Also, another thing with the Mod Podge, it does dry quickly, so you do want to go in right away. Once you have an even layer, you do want to go in with your sprinkles. Once I'm satisfied with the Mod Podge, I'm going to go ahead and add the sprinkles and then twirl the jar around in my hand to make sure that I'm evenly distributing the sprinkles all over the jar, and to make sure that all the Mod Podge is covered with sprinkles. Once I feel like the jar is completely covered, I'm going to go ahead and disregard the excess sprinkles and let the jar dry, and I'm going to go ahead and move on to the wax. I use coconut wax for our candles, and I melt them in this wax melter that you see here, and I'm just using our smaller pitchers to pour the wax into, and I am going off camera to measure how much wax I have in the pitcher, and I will also be adding the fragrance oil directly to the pitcher and then stir for 2 minutes before pouring it into the jar. Now I'm going to go in with my pipette to add my fragrance oil. Once again, I will put my fragrance oil calculations on the screen, but I am adding about 1 ounce of fragrance per pound of wax. Once the fragrance oil has been added, I'm going to go ahead and stir my wax and my fragrance oil together. That way it is properly binded. I do like to go ahead and pour my candles at about 140 degrees. So you will see me go in with my heat gun just to make sure that it is the proper temperature. And then once I am satisfied with the temperature, I'm going to go ahead and pour. At 144, I am happy with the temperature. I know that it is going to cool down even more by the time that I'm ready to pour it in the jar. So I'm going to go ahead and just make sure I take one last look at my jar, make sure everything is good. This is what it looks like up close and personal. I do turn it upside down to make sure that no sprinkles are fallen. And then once I am okay with everything, I'm going to go ahead and pour my wax into my jar. I did have some leftover wax, so I decided to make wax melts. So I don't normally use coconut wax to make my wax melts, but I thought this would be a good time to give it a shot, and they actually worked out really well. So I'm just going to go ahead and add in my sprinkles, and then I'm going to come in with my coconut wax and pour that into my wax molds. So once they are both filled, I'm going to go ahead and let them set. I did also include a mini time lapse of them just setting, just so you guys can have a better idea of what it looks like when it's setting. So even with the wax melts, I still did have some wax left over. So I decided to make a chocolate birthday cake. I personally preferred chocolate, so I wanted to see what it would smell like in a candle. And guys, I promise you it smells divine. If you guys want to know exactly which scent I use, please let me know in the comments down below. But I'm going to go ahead and basically repeat the same steps. I'm going to go ahead and add my Mod Podge to my jar, go ahead and add my sprinkles, disregard of the extra sprinkles. And then for the brown color wax, I'm going to go ahead and use this pigment that you see here. It is called hazelnut, and I'm going to go ahead and add it to my coconut wax and then pour that wax into my jar. So this is what the jar looks like once the Mod Podge has fully set. So once I'm satisfied with that, I'm just going to go ahead and do my upside down test just to make sure that no sprinkles fall out. And as you guys can see here, a few did. So I just want to make sure that everything is fully dry, clean up anything that has fallen out. And once I'm satisfied with that, I'm going to go ahead and start pouring. So I decided to also make some chocolate birthday cake wax melts. So that's basically just what I'm doing here. I already added the sprinkles off camera, and then I'm just going to go ahead and pour the final wax into the wax mold. So I just went in again with the pitcher and just put any of the remaining wax in the 4-ounce candle just to make sure that I'm putting all of that to use. I will be showing how these candles turned out in the next video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And after a few hours, here's what our birthday cake candle looks like. I hope that you guys enjoy this video. Thank you guys so much for continuously tuning in and liking the videos. We really do truly appreciate it. I really hope that you guys have learned something from these videos. If you guys have any questions or have any comments, please make sure to leave them below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you guys so much for tuning into Candles Cartel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.